Welcome back to the Mystical Musings Podcast. We're diving deep again into March 2025's astrology, and we've got our resident tarot expert Becca L. Hart with us, author of the blog Mystical Musings.
Oh, it's great to be back. I'm excited to see what's coming up for our listeners.
Yeah, March looks pretty dynamic, lots going on. Right? We've got Mercury entering Aries. A first quarter moon in Gemini can shake things up a bit, for sure.
We're definitely heading into this supercharged communication and emotional energy zone. So yeah, buckle up. It's going to be a wild ride.
All right, let's break it down, starting with Mercury entering Aries on March 3rd. Aries is fiery. So what does that mean for how we talk to each other?
Well, Mercury is the communication planet, right? And when it goes into Aries, which is bold and assertive, all our conversations get more direct, maybe a little impulsive even. It's like the universe is saying, speak your truth and go for what you want.
So brainstorming would be good. Then pushing projects forward, having those hard conversations we've been putting off.
Totally. It's time to be brave and take charge, but we got to be careful too. Misunderstandings and conflicts could pop up if we're not mindful of our tone and how our words land on others.
Right? That Aries fire could backfire if we're not careful. Then, on March 5th, Mercury harmonizes with Pluto in Aquarius. What's interesting about that?
Ooh, that harmony is all about transformation, but through communication, Pluto's the planet of power and depth. And being in Aquarius, it's pushing us to challenge the norm and think outside the box. When Mercury links up with Pluto, we can tap into our own power, lead discussions in a way that inspires others to do the same.
It's like we get this cosmic go-ahead to really use our voice and make a difference. But with all this assertiveness going around, could it become too pushy or manipulative in how we communicate?
That's a really sharp question. You're right, any energy can be misused. The important thing is to check in with our intentions. Are we communicating to empower ourselves and others, or are we trying to force our will on people? This harmony is about that sweet spot of between being assertive and being respectful.
So intention is key. Makes sense. Let's move on to the first quarter moon in Gemini on March 6th. Can you remind us what a first quarter moon means? Generally.
It's like a cosmic check-in point, time to see how far we've come since the new moon, make adjustments if we need to. It's about taking action and refining our path.
So it's not just setting intentions like at the new moon, it's about actually doing something with them and seeing what's working and what's not.
Exactly. And because it's in Gemini, the sign of communication and curiosity, this first quarter moon is nudging us to try new things, get curious, gather info, and be open to feedback. It's all about flexibility and adapting.
Interesting. How does this connect with the new moon we had back on February 27th?
The new moon was all about planting seeds, setting intentions for the month. Now, with this first quarter moon, those seeds are sprouting, and we get a clear picture of what needs more attention, or if we need to switch direction. It's like tending our garden, making sure those plants have enough sun and water.
So you're saying, don't get discouraged if things aren't perfect yet. This is the time to course correct and fine-tune our approach.
Absolutely. It's all part of the journey.
Before we get into each sign's forecast, I wanted to remind everyone about the amazing resources and personal guidance you offer on your website and YouTube channel. Tell us more about what people can find there.
Well, on my website, mysticalmusetarot.com, you'll find my blog, Mystical Musings. I post weekly tarot readings and astrology insights, and you can book personal tarot readings for a deeper look at your specific sign and the transits affecting you. And if you prefer general video guidance, I've got a YouTube channel called Mystical Muse Tarot with weekly tarot readings for all 12 signs.
Wow, that's a lot of content. And for anyone wanting that personalized touch, don't forget about that special offer. Use the code FIRST10 for 10% off your first personal reading.
I love connecting with people one-on-one and helping them tap into their own intuition.
Okay, let's jump into those horoscopes. Aries, with Mercury entering your sign this week, you're in the spotlight.
Aries, this is your time to shine. You'll be feeling super confident and driven, so don't be afraid to take the lead. But remember what we talked about with that assertive energy, try to channel that fire into something productive. Like if you've been wanting to start a new project, now's the perfect time to take that first step.
So it's not just talking the talk, it's walking the walk.
Exactly. Actions speak louder than words, especially with this transit. Put yourself out there, Aries.
All right, Aries, take note. What about our grounded Taurus friends? What can they expect this week?
Taurus, you might feel a little restless with all this energy. You like things slow and steady, but the cosmos is urging you to embrace change and step outside your comfort zone a bit.
Is there any area where Taurus might feel this push to change things up more strongly?
This week, the changes might be most obvious. In your relationships, you could find yourself drawn to people who challenge your views or inspire you to try new things. Don't resist this energy, Taurus. Let yourself be a little spontaneous. See where it takes you. You might be surprised at what you find.
A little shake up for Taurus. I like it. Now, Gemini, with the first quarter moon in your sign, I have a feeling things are about to get interesting.
Oh, you got that right. Gemini. This week is all about indulging your curiosity and broadening your horizons. This first quarter moon is shining a light on your need for mental stimulation. So feed your mind, learn new things, have stimulating conversations, be open to different perspectives.
Like a cosmic invitation to learn, grow, and connect.
Exactly. This lunar phase is all about embracing the power of your mind. But one thing to watch out for, Gemini, is overthinking and getting stuck in your head. Remember to stay grounded and act on those insights you get.
All right, Gemini, try not to overthink it, okay?
Cancer. This week, you're being called to step into your nurturing power.
Nurturing power. Yeah, it sounds like Cancer for sure, right?
Right, but it's not just about taking care of everyone else, Cancer. This week, it's about nurturing yourself too. You know you can't pour from an empty cup.
That's so true. We get caught up in caring for everyone else and forget our own needs sometimes.
Exactly. This week, carve out some time for things that feed your soul. A long bath, maybe time in nature, or getting lost in your favourite creative hobby, whatever works for you.
Okay, Cancer. Pamper yourself? Now, Leo, what's in the stars for you, Leo?
This week, you might run into some unexpected challenges, especially in your career or public image. You might hit some roadblocks or resistance from people, which can be frustrating for someone who loves the limelight.
So how can Leo handle these potential roadblocks?
Instead of trying to force your way through, try to see those challenges as opportunities to grow. What can you learn from this situation? Could you try a different approach? This is a good time to tap into your inner strength and resilience. Remember, Leo, every obstacle you overcome makes you stronger and wiser.
Okay, Leo, hang in there and focus on the big picture.
Yeah, for sure.
Now for Virgo, what does the cosmic forecast have in store?
Virgo, this week is about finding balance between your analytical mind and that intuitive heart of yours. You might be feeling pulled in different directions, trying to make sense of things logically, but also sensing there's more to it.
So how can Virgo find that balance?
Listen to your gut, Virgo. Don't ignore those little whispers of intuition this week. Trust your instincts as much as you trust your logical mind. You might even want to try things like meditation or journaling to strengthen that connection to your inner voice. And
Intuition is so powerful. Okay, let's move on to Libra. What's coming up for our harmony-loving friends?
Libra, balance and fairness are your thing. And this week, those themes are front and center in your relationships.
So relationships are in the spotlight for Libra. Any particular dynamics to watch out for?
This week might highlight any imbalances of power or places where you're giving more than you're getting. Remember, Libra, healthy relationships are a two-way street. It's not about keeping score, but it's about making sure both people feel seen, heard, and appreciated.
So a good time for Libra to check in with their relationships and make sure things are feeling balanced and good.
Exactly. All right, let's move on to Scorpio this week. Scorpio, you're going through a big transformation.
Transformation seems to be a theme this week. But for Scorpio, it sounds like things might be a bit more intense.
You got it. Scorpios are known for their intensity, and this week you're being asked to let go of old patterns and embrace a new you.
Any specific areas where Scorpio might feel this transformation most strongly?
It could be your career, your relationships, even your personal beliefs. The important thing is to be open to change and release anything that's not serving you anymore. Embrace the unknown, Scorpio, and trust that you're being guided towards something better.
Letting go can be hard, but it's often what we need to grow. Sagittarius, what adventures are waiting for you?
For Sagittarius, this week you've got this burst of creative energy and a desire for adventure.
Sounds like a typical Sagittarius week.
True, but this time the adventure might be more inward than outward. You might feel drawn to explore new ideas, dive into a passion project, or just spend time in nature connecting with your inner wisdom.
A chance for Sagittarius to explore those inner landscapes. Nice. Now, Capricorn, what's the cosmic advice for you this week?
Capricorn, you're all about ambition and practicality, and this week those qualities are being put to the test.
Oh, how so? What kind of test is Capricorn facing?
You might encounter some unexpected delays or roadblocks in your work or personal life. It's important to stay patient, Capricorn, and remember that setbacks are often just part of the process. Don't be afraid to adjust your plans or reach out for support.
Sometimes being flexible and adapting is the best way forward right now. Aquarius, what's happening in your cosmic world this week?
Aquarius this week is all about connecting with your community and finding your tribe.
Community is so important these days.
It really is. And for you, Aquarius this week is about surrounding yourself with like-minded people who get you and support your vision. You might want to join a new group, connect with friends who share your passions, or just spend time with people who make you feel seen and understood.
Sounds like a good week for Aquarius. And last but not least, let's finish with Pisces. What mystical whispers are you hearing for our dreamy Pisces friends?
Pisces, this week your intuition is extra strong and you're more sensitive than usual to the energy around you. It's crucial to set boundaries and protect your energy. Spend time in nature, meditate, do anything that helps you feel grounded and centered.
Self-care is key for Pisces this week. Any other tips for handling the sensitive energy?
You might also have some vivid dreams or intuitive insights this week. Pay attention to those messages from your subconscious, Pisces. They might have important guidance for your path ahead.
All right, so we've been talking about all these astrological happenings for March, and one thing that keeps coming up is this idea of transformation. Each sign's going to experience it in their own way. Can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, it seems like transformation is a big theme this month. Definitely. Transformation is a natural part of life, and astrology and tarot just helps us understand those energies that are supporting the process. It's not always easy. Sometimes it's uncomfortable, but it always leads us to something better.
I like that way of looking at it. Even when things feel tough or uncertain, we can trust that it's all happening for a reason.
Exactly. The key is to embrace the whole journey, the ups and downs, and trust that we're being guided towards something amazing.
Such a good reminder. So, for our listeners who want to explore their own tarot or astrological journeys more deeply, can you remind us about the resources you have available?
Of course. My website, mysticalmusetarot.com, is like your hub for everything tarot and astrology. You can check out my blog, Mystical Musings, where I share weekly insights and guidance. You can also book a personal tarot reading for a more individualized look at your specific situation and the current transits that are affecting you.
And for those who are more visual learners, don't forget about that YouTube channel, Mystical Muse Tarot. You'll find weekly tarot readings for each zodiac sign there. It's a great way to stay connected to those cosmic energies week after week.
Thanks for the shout out. I love connecting with people through my platforms and sharing my passion for tarot and astrology with them.
And for anyone feeling called to book a personal reading, don't forget about that special offer you have. Use code FIRST10 for 10% off your first reading. It's the perfect way to jumpstart that tarot and astrological exploration.
Yes, I always love connecting with people one-on-one and helping them understand how the stars and tarot can offer guidance in their lives.
This has been such an insightful conversation. Thank you so much for being here and sharing your wisdom with us.
The pleasure was all mine. Thanks for having me again.
And to all our listeners, thank you for joining us on this mystical journey. Remember, those stars are always guiding us, even when we can't see them. Keep shining bright, and thank you for listening to the Mystical Musings Podcast.